Okay, hopefully this is the last time I'm going to try and do this introduction because I've tried this way too many times. I keep getting tongue-tied, I keep mispronouncing words, and I keep saying and ah. Anyway, this isn't going to be perfect. This is a long video of imperfection, of me talking about things going on within the Halo community, an introduction as to where I fall in the Halo community and who I am, if anybody even cares about that, but I don't know. So, I wanted to let you know that the main part of the video, it's about 45 minutes long, it's one long take. I literally came in here with, downloaded a voice recorder app, and just started talking. So, I apologize for the rant, the ramblings, the tangents, and all that. If you can hang in there for that and the time and all that kind of thing, then I just want to thank you right off the bat, and I appreciate it. Also, there's a point in the video where I talk about what I'm doing with this channel, and pretty much I've decided it's going to be a Halo commentary channel, critiquing the community, critiquing other Halo content creators, and also critiquing 343's Halo. I don't really seriously think that this will be a big deal. This channel probably will not be a big deal. I'm not doing it for that. I'm not doing it for the follows or the likes or the algorithm or even to get monetized. I don't care about that stuff. It's a selfish thing that I'm doing. I don't really do selfish things very often. So here we are. Also, all the gameplay is mine from pretty much the last 5 years that I have uploaded to Xbox Live. I don't have a capture card, so I'm pretty much just using, this is the bare minimum of what YouTube. Okay. So I wanted to let you know that it's not just going to be Halo. In fact, some people will be surprised, given how I am a classic Halo fan. It is just Halo 5 and Halo 4. So you're going to love that. And then I've got some other games in there. I also have a couple of videos of me sitting in the lobby looking at my stats. Me sitting in the lobby waiting for a freaking game. So I left that stuff in there just because, I don't know, to me, most of this is just y'all listening to me. You're not going to be here to see my great editing of all my gameplay. Okay, that's it. Enjoy the video. If you stay for the whole thing, wow, that'll be something. Thanks. Okay, here we go. My first video. I've been thinking about doing this for a while, and I finally decided, instead of thinking about it and writing little notes and getting ideas for software and mics and blah blah blah, I'm just gonna do it real quick. I don't even have a script. It's probably not a smart thing. I'm sure Gamer J Lee will like that, since I have always told him, write a script. But I just feel like something really struck me today with the Halo community, with Halo Twitter, with a few things going on, and I wanted to address them in a better way that I feel possible, instead of in a Twitter thread or a discussion. Basically, that's all I really do right now in terms of communicating with the Halo community. Okay, so real quick, like I said, I'm kind of going off the cuff here, but I do want to kind of introduce myself. Some people know me, some people don't. Very few consider me to be a good part of the community, and it's okay. I understand that. But real quick, so when I thought about doing a channel or making videos, I never really thought about it in the sense of, okay, I'm gonna make montages. No, I'm not that good. I'm gonna make tutorials. No, I'm definitely not good enough for that. What else is there in terms of Halo community content creators? So you've got the lore, really not all that into the lore of Halo. And yeah, I mean, there's not much else. I could stream. I definitely don't want to do that. I'm very much a kind of a solo player. I just want to kind of do my own thing. I don't really like to be into party chats. I'm definitely, I don't even watch streamers myself at all, hardly. If I do watch someone stream, I'll pop in there, maybe give some donations or just say hi and kind of, take off from there. My idea with that is basically if I have the spare time, I'm going to play. But I will drop in and support people that I appreciate. I'll give likes on their streams when they're doing that. I'll retweet their streams, that kind of thing. So anyway, I've been around the community since about 2012. Before that, though, I hadn't really played Halo at all. My first introduction to Halo was, 2001. I visited my sister for Christmas, and she had an Xbox, and I played the campaign. I don't really remember if I even got through the whole thing. Like I said, I was visiting her, so I may or may not have. I do remember being just awestruck. Basically, which everybody says about playing Halo for the first time. A few years go by. I don't even have a console, an Xbox console, until Halo 3. And even then, I didn't play online. I didn't even get online until Reach. Okay? So, in a lot of ways, I still am, and probably will forever be, a Halo noob. Okay? Why would you guys even be clicking on this or even wanting to listen to me then? It's a very good question. Even though my stats won't show that I have a lot of knowledge about Halo, right? So, like, on paper, I don't really look good in that sense. I believe where I do kind of, contribute is within the community itself. And I know some of you are going to be listening to this and being like, oh no, Dax, you don't know what the heck you're talking about. In fact, for those of you who don't know, I am blocked by a lot of the community. I'm blocked by the Halo account. I'm blocked by Snickerdoodle. Jessa Birdie just blocked me the other day. Like, I'm not saying these things as, oh, look at me, I've blocked. No. I just want to emphasize that even though there's a lot of the community that doesn't like me, doesn't like my views, the takes that I have, the people that I associate with, that's another thing that I might touch on here. I'm not sure where this is really going to go. I still believe, and probably will for a while, we'll see on that one, that I have something to contribute. And that's part of the reason why I've thought for so long about making a channel, per se. Nothing where it's like, oh, I'm going to upload once a week, couple times a week, all the time, blah, blah, blah. I don't even expect to really gain much of a following from this. This is kind of, in a lot of ways, a very personal thing. So in a selfish way, I'm kind of doing this for myself. Also, I just want to emphasize here, if you want to get to know me or kind of find out, okay, who is this person? I've had my gamer tag Dex709 since I started on Xbox. You can look me up through there. You can look me up here on YouTube. You can look up see the videos that I like. I'm guessing there's a way to search for comments that I make on YouTube. I don't know. I've also been on Waypoint. I was on Waypoint for many years. I was on there even before it was what it is today. I was part of the forum beta testing type stuff. So I haven't changed my gamer tag. In fact, I use it for a lot of different gaming sites. Team Beyond, .net. There was a couple other ones I can't remember, but basically, if you Google my name, you'll be able to find my profiles in a lot of different places, and you can see the things that I've been saying in other places as well. So I don't, change my name in different areas, and I've made a conscious decision to do that a long time ago because, well, first of all, I really like my name. If those of you who can't recognize, it's kind of a Star Trek reference, so it doesn't really have anything to do with it here. But I like my name. Also, when I first started getting onto forums and playing online and communicating with others, I wanted to have like a base of, if somebody, just like I'm kind of saying right now, if somebody wants to look up or find out what I have said about certain things in the past, then you can look it up right there. I stand by what I've said. You can look at my Twitter account. I don't know who would really want to go back that far, like 2012. But I really don't believe that I and others that I associate with really deserve, I guess you could say, or the hate, the blocking, the disparaging remarks, the complete and utter disregard and dismissal of our opinions and our takes. And, I try to, and I've said it to other people, who cares what other people think? Don't worry about what they think. And just like many others, I'm not unique. We say that, but very rarely is it completely true. And that's the same thing for me. A while back, like what I was looking through my Twitter DMs here recently, and I was kind of amazed. I completely forgot how, and then even my tweets, I was kind of in the crowd. Like people, I had Haraspus talking to me. I had Brandon Lore, Late Night Gaming. Who else? Okay, a quick interjection here. Why I'm mentioning Brandon Lore and a couple other people in regards to, trying not to care what others think. I don't always succeed in this, and there was a point, maybe it was probably last year sometime, when I was having a discussion. I believe it was with Grunt 4500. We all know who he is. He and I have had some pretty heated debates, and I'm not really going to get into that right now. I'm just letting you know this was the discussion that he comes in on, and he basically says, don't waste your time with this person. They're not worth your time. And this is another part of the attitude that I'm talking about within the Halo community, where some of them are telling us, man, you're so close-minded. Oh my gosh, you need to be an adult. You need this and that. Well, what is that? What is that when you're saying these things? Be an adult, you're so close-minded, blah, blah, blah. And then here comes someone who's a prominent member, okay? This guy teams up with Robanowski. I'm sure I'm saying that wrong. The guy who is supposedly the voice of the community for 343, right? They play together sometimes. He has his own articles that he writes for Microsoft. So here we have a guy who, and I guarantee you, I challenge people. I could lose this challenge, but I really don't think so. Go into my Twitter. Find my conversations with Brandon. Direct conversations between he and I. Conversations with me and Grunt. And I'm not trying to really call out Grunt anymore. Actually, Grunt and I are good now. We don't follow each other or anything. We're not really running in the same circles. I appreciate what he does, and there was a time that he and I really had it out for each other, but that is no longer the case. I'm just trying to highlight these people that are really trying to paint me and others, like Helljumper and Roni Boney, Empress Cartana, a few other people, and there's just a few of us. We don't have, at least that's what it seems like to me. I could be wrong. We don't have a whole lot of people backing us up. We're not part of the in crowd. And that is what is happening here. It's like we're back in high school. And this is not high school. We're all supposed to be adults, right? So speak to me speak to us, even if it is in typed written form. Don't say I'm not worth your time. Don't say Hell Jumper is a terrible person because I heard he said blah, blah, blah. Judge each other. Judge me, judge on direct conversations that you've had with me, not because of what somebody else says. That's like, we're like back in kindergarten. I've jumped from high school to kindergarten now, because that's what it feels like sometimes with this community. So, long interjection. That's it. Continue. Delta Core Halo, or whatever the heck his name is. Oh yeah, and even Josh Mensky, Menke, sorry. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I just said that wrong. So yeah, like I was in it, you know. I was on Waypoint almost exclusively, and I really only started my Twitter account to keep up with Halo news. So if you go to my account, you'll kind of see for how many years is that? 8 years? Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm using this app. I'm not really... I'm sure I'm going to be doing this a couple times. Where was I? Oh, I really didn't post on Twitter. You'll kind of notice that compared to others, for the amount of time that I've been on there, I really don't have a lot of tweets. Okay? I was mostly on Waypoint. Like, oh my gosh. When I look back on it now, it kind of cracks me up how much time I would put into some of those posts. Holy cow, it was intense. Like, I wanted to know, I wanted to understand, but also just to illustrate of how much of a noob I was at that time, and still kind of am. I'll keep saying that because it's true. I had to look up Bloom, guys. Yeah, I had to look up what the heck Bloom was. When I first started playing Reach, you know, I'm running around. I didn't know what the heck I was doing. I was going up shafts the wrong way, shafts lifts the wrong way. I was getting assassinated left and right. I never watched my radar, my motion sensor. I mean, I still have a really bad habit of doing that. I have a bad habit of tunnel vision. I mean, all there. It's all over the place. My skill level is all over the place. In the very beginning, it was much, much worse. So anyway, I got tired of that. I wanted to understand what was going on. So when I first got onto the forums and everybody's crying about Bloom and no Bloom and blah, 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 I'm like, what the heck is that? So that's where I started at. I went to Bungie, the Bungie forums, started there. Then I found out, oh, Bungie's not going to be doing the next Halo. It's going to be this company called 343. Okay, so how do I... And they actually, if I remember correctly, I could be wrong, I think... They started out with, oh gosh, I think I'm forgetting. I'm not going to get this right. I do remember that I pretty much at that point gravitated away from Bungie and went over to 343 forums because my thinking was, first of all, Bungie was kind of, for me, a little, you guys were a little hardcore. You guys were a little harsh on there, and I was very, shy, and still am in a lot of ways, to talk to y'all. So 343 forums, they seemed a little bit more friendly, and I appreciated the moderation at that time. I appreciated just the simplicity of a moderator coming into a thread and saying, hey guys, stay on topic. Whereas places like Team Beyond Net and Bungie's forums, and that shit was all over the place. And I'm just kind of my OCD analytical, overanalyzing thinking, I just didn't like that. So I started on the forums, realized that there were some news things that would come out that wasn't posted on the forums, and then so I made my Twitter account. This is a huge tangent. So So yeah, there's that. And I really kind of got out of, it's kind of a long story, but at a certain point, I realized, Waypoint just wasn't for me. Holy cow. It's a great place. I still appreciate the civility there. I know a lot of the guys, my bros. Should I say that? Oh my gosh, that sounds so weird saying that. Um, the guys that I converse with now, and we're on our Discord. They would be like, "What the hell are you talking about?" There's no civility there. In a lot of ways, I still think there is. Okay, but I haven't really been on there as much as I was. Like, I would literally get up, check the forums. Okay, what's going on? What's going on? Okay, raise your hand. And then it was with Halo 4. Okay, what's going on? Oh my God, we can't find games. Everything's lagging out. What is it? What's going on with ranked? Blah blah blah. And then there's a gentleman. I got involved with this group of guys that was when I first met Genesis Ryder. Some of you who follow me on Twitter have seen me talk about him. There was a group of these guys who were really very helpful, very inclusive with me, very respectful, and wanted to help me get better. And I hung out with them, but holy cow, it was hard because my insecurity of my skill level sometimes outweighs my ability to even relax and have fun within the game itself. And that was part of what was going on there. Those guys, Genesis Ryder, Delementary, there's a few other guys. I'm sorry, I can't remember. It's been so many years. It was just a blast. I loved it. But at the same time, it was just a lot of hard work. So I went from Reach, Halo 4, then we got, the MCC debacle, and we're not even going to go into that. Pretty much with MCC, I kind of cut out for a little while. I was just fed up. And we don't even need me to say why. We kind of know, right? So, with Halo 4 and MCC, I decided, one, I did not pre-order Halo 5. I was basically going to wait till the holiday time and get it on discount. Because that was the beginning of my lowering of my level of expectations of what 343 was going to do, and in some ways my respect of what they were doing. So there's no way I'm going to pre-order their stuff. No way I'm going to pre-order their legendary editions. When I got Halo 4, oh my goodness, I was with my ex at the time, and we did the the midnight launch. We got 2 Halo 4 themed consoles. We got and a legendary edition, an extra copy. So we ended up having 3 different copies of Halo 4. I was so excited about this game. You have no idea. So that, coupled with what happened with MCC, I wasn't into it. To stay on the forums and they keep discussing the same stuff with the sprint and the this and the that, and it was just so, I think here's what can best explain, if some of y'all remember Naked Eli. Man, that guy, with his videos, and he had these great explanations on Waypoint, and I don't know if it was necessarily charts. I think it was these long Word documents of why they needed to have ranked a certain way and why they needed this, and it was great stuff. Great stuff. And something happened where basically when Xbox changed, I don't even remember what they changed. Something to where he could no longer have that name of Naked Eli, even though I think the E was a 3, so he had Naked Eli, but they wouldn't let him keep that, and at that point he just left. So that was kind of the beginning of when some of the people that I followed and that I admired and that I wanted to keep tabs on and support kind of started dropping out. And so yeah, so going on tangents, I'm talking about this. It's just, all of it is just so frustrating. Bringing it back to today on Twitter, right? Gosh, I say a lot. I just realized that. I'm sorry. I don't know if I can edit that out. This is my first video. Anyway, so I stopped posting on Halo Waypoint. I was on Twitter here and there. I slowly and gradually, for whatever reason, and even to this day, very recently, one of the Halo mods, I think his name is Sarcasm Bully, who he was another guy that I followed and admired, and I may have even played with him at one point. I know. Okay, so my whole little insert of mentioning Sarcasm Bully, and I don't really elaborate. I just mention him. Like I've said in the intro, I've listened to this a couple times, and all of a sudden I'm talking about Sarcasm Bully, and then I go on a tangent of the tangent of the tangent. Anyway, I would like to clarify the reason why I mentioned him, my last interaction with him earlier this month, July 4th. Actually, I found it on my Twitter. Unfortunately for this first video, given everything that I'm doing right now and the fact that I'm having the issues with everything, this is what I'm learning as I go. At some point, I don't have the Twitter. I'm not going to be able to be as amazing as BHB, okay? He has a great display of what he's doing. He edits very well. He shows little clippets. There's other people that do this as well. I'm just not going to be able to do this right now. I would if I could. If I could show you the tweet and have a visual representation, of what I'm talking about, I would do that. However, I did find the tweet, and this is the reason why I brought him up in this discussion. Okay? So the whole thing started with basically trying to, call out, not trying to, literally calling out Snickerdoodle, Misplaced Rank, Baby Shark, Sam, whatever she wants to be called, community manager at 343. Okay? And yes, we're calling her out. I don't think calling people out is a negative thing. I'm not trying to bully her. I'm not harassing her. Calling out is not harassing. Okay, trying to cut to the chase. So anyway, we're in this thread. We're talking about her mismanagement, the bad job that she does. In our opinion, she does a bad job. Okay, me and the friends that I have in this Halo Twitter community, and the Halo community in general, there's a number of us that believe this, that adhere to this opinion, okay? So, from my experience, whenever we bring her up or we start kind of trying to question 343's decisions in general, we have moderators like Sarcasm Bully just jumping in and giving us their take and the reason why such and such is the way it is. And so this is his tweet. I'm going to read it verbatim as to why it's his opinion and others as to why I'm banned by Halo, and then also Snickerdoodle, Misplaced Ink. So I have seen your posts. This is me, him. This is him as me. Gotcha? Okay. I've seen your posts and seen your tweets. To claim innocence on your part is so disingenuous. You've earned everything you've received. Nothing happens in a vacuum. Be an adult. Own your choices and decisions. There is a solid group of us that know you and your posts. Okay, so the solid group is what I'm mostly kind of, my little brain, my little OCD focusing on the ridiculousness brain is honing in on. A solid group of us that know you and your posts. There have been times when I have asked them to give me examples in my video, and within the very first take of the audio that I made, I do address tweets that I made to the @Halo account as to the reason why I believe I was banned. Other stuff from Snickerdoodle, kind of ridiculous in my opinion as to why I'm banned. I did give her a little bit of a hard time, meaning I just kind of was like, oh yeah, y'all remember that one, basically, I can't remember who it was from. I really wish I could. Probably find it at some point. The guy who was like, hey, spotlight. And it was a joke because it was, y'all know, okay? If you don't know, then you don't know. But there was a joke Halo spotlight tweet made from someone. He tagged Snickerdoodle. She put it in the spotlight. Everybody was like, lady, that was a joke. Look at that. Look at the lighting. Look at the ridiculousness of this thing. And you're putting it in the spotlight. She literally removed it from the spotlight. No comments. No tweets. No Halo Waypoint updates on their blogs or whatever. It was just gone. That right there is the kind of stuff that I criticized her about. I brought it to her attention. I was like, why would you do this? At least, you know what I would have completely and totally respected and appreciated? Absolutely 110% more than when she just got it off of there and pretended it didn't happen, was if she would have owned up to it. Oh my gosh. Hi, I'm Snickerdoodle. I'm a new community manager. I'm trying to do this Halo Spotlight. I'm so excited. And you know what? Psh, I made a mistake. Look at this. Look at this, whatever the heck it was, screenshot, whatever the heck that kid made, where it was a joke. Y'all got me. Bam. I'm going to go ahead and remove it because that it was a joke. And I don't want to disrespect everybody else who worked really, really hard to get in the spotlight. But hey, guys, I appreciate you giving me the patience. I'm still learning my job. And thanks. Thanks for your support. Right there. She could have started out her community manager 343 Halo Waypoint career, on a high note. But instead, she went the complete opposite direction. She blocks anybody who has any type of even a mild criticism, a simple request. She doesn't address them. She doesn't talk to them. She just blocks them. And now we have Sarcasm Bully, a moderator on Halo Waypoint. Others too. We've got K5. We've got Comedic Hermit. We've got, oh gosh darn it. There's another guy. I really liked him too. He and I followed each other. And we talked a few times, had some DMs. I appreciated the work that he did on the Mixer streams. And now I can't remember his name. Anyway, he blocked me too. I have no idea why. Probably because at some point he didn't appreciate the fact that, for whatever, I don't even know. Anyway, I'm going on a tangent. I'm making this longer than it should be. It's 7 minutes and 50 seconds. This is why some of us have issues. Some of us have concerns. Some of us have criticisms. But yet, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And it's frustrating. Okay, thank you. When I was really into the forums on Reach, there was a gentleman called Cruel Legacy, and he held race nights with mongooses and stuff. And he did video compilations of those race nights, and I helped him out with a couple of those, hosting them. I also remember the times when the community playdates were a lot better than what they are now. I'll tell you that right now, because it would be maybe about up to 3 or 4 employees who would post on Waypoint, hey guys, this is when we're going to have the playdate. It'd also be on the Xbox dashboard too, which was nice. Here's who's going to be involved with the playdate, and And here's where you can contact us. This is what you can do to get into a lobby. And I played with BS Angel a couple times, and Bravo. That was a lot of fun. It was interesting how they interacted with some of the people there. They were really very nice, and it was fun. Right? So, another tangent. See? Tangent upon tangent. So, now, what I see happening is there is such a disdain for those of us who, and I will admit, some of the guys that I follow, I love these guys to death. I really respect them. The way they communicate things, I believe there's a little bit to be desired. I don't like some of the... one of my philosophies is kill them with kindness. Okay? I'm not going to call you names. I'm definitely not going to say 343 tard. I don't like that phrase. But some of the guys that I follow, they use it. And you know what? That's okay. They can do that. I'm not going to completely dismiss the basis of what they're saying because of it. However, I do wish that they would stop doing that, because I know, and it's a growing thing, oh my gosh, anybody who says blah, 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 I just forget it. I don't want to have anything to do with them. And that's what we got going on here right now. Okay? We've got a large portion of the community who don't want to listen to reason, who aren't able to even, in the bare minimum, navigate a Twitter thread, which I will also admit that's a little frustrating to do, especially if you come into the middle of a conversation and then you start talking to maybe 2 or 3 different people, and you really have to be on your toes because you have to know who you're replying to, who's replying to you about what, and that kind of thing. People don't care about that. Everybody's just, for the most part, replying through emotion. It's all emotional. I keep seeing this theme of, oh my God, just let us enjoy this. Well, you know what, bro? Yeah, I'm not stopping you from enjoying it. I should not be stopping you from enjoying it. If me and others, if our opinions are keeping you from enjoying the Halo 3 launch on PC that was shadow launched, and our criticism of that is keeping you from enjoying that game, and you want to block us? I don't even understand that mentality. I don't even understand that mentality. I'm not going to name names. If he listens to this, he's going to know who it is. The other thing too that I actually kind of pride myself on, when I know this is kind of a silly thing to be proud of, I don't really delete tweets. I haven't even looked it up, but I know people can look up on Social Blade like how many tweets you've deleted in your lifetime. I know that there have been a few, I don't even think I can count them all on one hand, where I deleted it for like I made a mistake on something, or it was, and I'm not even talking a grammar mistake, because I make, nowadays, I'm going too fast and I'm tweeting too much. I need to chill on my tweets, that's for sure. Going too fast, tweeting too much, and I have a lot of typos and grammar mistakes. But I do make mistakes in terms of information, or I might get something wrong. But I don't, for the most part, I really don't delete them. I might retweet it and say, hey, I got this wrong, my bad, or whatever. But yeah, I don't really delete tweets. So you can kind of go back and see some of the conversations that I'm talking about, right? All we're asking for, and all we're hoping for, really, at least for me, is to be heard, I guess. I mean, to be heard. You know what I mean? We come on there and I'll flat out say it. The reason why I'm making this is because I got extremely frustrated in a conversation that I had earlier today about Bring Back Halo's video about the shadow drop of Halo 3 on PC. Now, for the most part, from what I can see, there's very few in the community who are having a problem with that. And that's fine. That's cool. I understand that. Completely understand it. When you're looking at it from the basic idea of, well, what's the problem? You got to play it early. Okay, that's the problem right there. Not everybody's going to know about it. Like, from what I understand, like, once again, I could be wrong, but I believed it dropped like in the middle of the night. Okay, so let's say so-and-so. Okay, let's say me. I got my job, and this isn't okay. I'll start. I'm excited about the Halo 3 PC release. I've got the date, I've got the time. I go to my boss, I use some vacation time. Vacation time is very precious, especially nowadays. Okay? And I say, hey, boss, I want to get so-and-so days off. Right? And I'll work these other days and whatever. Okay? So depending on, and not everybody has 8 to 9 to 5 jobs, right? There's a lot of people, I for one, have worked many jobs, many shift work jobs. So you could be working anywhere from 6 in the morning to 3 in the afternoon. There are 3 different shifts, 3 to 10, whatever. I'm probably getting those hours wrong, but whatever. So what I'm saying is, a lot of us playing Halo nowadays, we're not just able to drop everything, follow our Twitter, turn on notifications for when Halo drops something, and especially for those of us who are blocked by Halo, and find out and know when something has dropped. Okay, so either I was at work, couldn't get to it. 2, I was asleep, couldn't get to it. Whatever. So hours later, I'm then find out, oh my gosh, it's there? What? Who's there? People are playing? What? No word from 343. Bam, it's just there. In my opinion, this is really unprofessional. Maybe I don't follow enough of the gaming, other gaming franchises, which is very, very likely, because all I really do follow and pay that much attention to with the news is Halo. I really don't remember or know of this like being a thing. Right? I think Reach, they seem to be all, I don't fully understand this. Like, I really don't. I find it strange. And then so when you're confused and you're frustrated and you're expressing that sentiment, and then you have this bombardment of the community saying, what's your problem? All it seems like you're doing is complaining. That's frustrating. Okay? I just don't even know. I'm probably not explaining this very well. But man, that sentiment, that rhetoric, that language has amped up big time. I didn't really see this kind of thing before. I mean, yeah, kind of, but it has really grown over the years of the, well, if you don't play it, don't like it. Oh, stop being so critical. Or, oh my God, is there anything that you like? Blah, blah, blah. And for the most part, it seems like a lot of people are really liking this Halo 3 drop, right? It sounds like it ran smooth. There's a lot of stuff on there that people are excited about. It sounds like a great thing. There's just this one thing. We just brought up this one thing. And to have people come in and say, what is your problem? What is your problem? And then on top of that, okay, fine. That's fine. I don't mind you questioning my opinion. Hey, Dax, can you explain to me, what do you mean by this? Sure, no problem. This is what I mean, right? So then, and it's really only happened very few times where somebody will come at me initially, and I had it kind of recently. I'm sorry, I can't remember the gentleman's name, or it might be a gentleman or lady, I'm not sure. Doesn't really matter. where at one point he called me, oh, you must be one of those blah, blah, blah assholes. And, I replied to him, didn't even really acknowledge the fact that he called me an asshole. We got into a little conversation, bam. It was civil. We ended the conversation civilly. And he said, okay, thank you for explaining that. I don't agree with you. I think you're kind of, over exaggerating, but no problem. That would, why can't that be the majority? Oh gosh. The majority of conversations, but it's not. I mean, I'm not stupid. Some of you probably think I am. I'm not naive. Maybe I am. I just feel like there's no reason for all of this ridiculous, oh my God, your opinion is awful. Oh my God, can't you just let us like this? That's so far right now. That's one of the takes that drives me a bit bonkers, for real. Oh my goodness. And I just realized I better not be saying a whole lot either. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, so there really is a problem, I believe, when there is more and more sentiment of people saying, your opinion is affecting my enjoyment of being on this game, of being in this community, of being on Twitter. There should be none of that. For example, there's a movie that I like that I don't think hardly anybody liked. I mean, shoot, even from what I've seen, and I haven't watched them just because I don't really feel the need to watch it because I liked the movie, was Terminator Dark Fate. Yeah, guys. I made a conscious effort when that movie was announced. Okay, I'm excited about this movie. I love the franchise. I am not going to watch any videos. I'm not going to pay attention to what any people are saying. I'm going to go and I'm going to watch this movie. And I liked it. Yeah, okay. John Connor wasn't there. This is a whole separate issue. But in my opinion, I enjoyed the movie. I liked that Terminator chick. Oh, man. There were some good fight scenes in there. There were some great chase scenes, the car chases. I mean, to me, that's part of what Terminator was about. The physicality of it, the stunts and all that kind of stuff. To me, that was on par. The story, I thought it was a believable story. But here's why I'm telling y'all this. I am in the minority there. Huge minority. Some of y'all might, after this, be like, oh my God, what the hell her taste is terrible. Actors are saying they hated what happened with that movie. It lost a whole bunch of money at the box office. It's probably done in the franchise. But I'm not keeping that or allowing that to affect my enjoyment of that movie. That should be the same thing universally in our community. We just need to speak civilly to each other. We don't, and this is for the people that I associate with as well. I try to on Twitter, and I don't do it all the time. I'm a human being. I fail. I make mistakes. I try to talk to people on Twitter as if they were standing right in front of me, as if I was having an actual conversation with them. And one of the things that I've learned about myself over the years, I don't have a lot of artistic talent. I don't have, there are some things I'm lacking in. I can't caulk a bathtub. How about that? There's just a lot of areas I don't have talent in. One thing, and this may sound kind of silly to some of y'all, but I'm actually pretty, I don't really brag about things. And once I say this, now I'm building it up, it's going to sound silly. But I genuinely have compassion and am able to approach people of every facet in life with compassion and understanding and acceptance. And I learned this when I was a corrections officer at a criminal psychiatric facility. We had, real quick, we had men and women. It was a small facility. It was served the whole state of Kentucky, and you can look it up. It's called Kentucky Correctional Psychiatric Center, and it was for people who were right before trial. They came there for the doctors and the social workers and the other people, the professionals like that there, to decide whether they were going to be fit for trial. So there were a lot of different kinds of men and women that came in there. They hadn't been convicted of anything yet, but they were accused of some very terrible things. I had to deal with them on a close personal space level in terms of safety, in terms of just flat out interaction. I learned that one of my best talents is being able to basically talk to anybody and show compassion and understanding. When you're standing in front of a 6 foot tall guy, all by yourself, in a room, yes, you have the guy or girl, woman, opening the doors back and forth between the wings, but for the most part, in a lot of ways, you were on your own. You had to be really, on top of things in terms of your awareness and stuff. When you have a guy standing in front of you, saying raunchy things to you and touching himself, and if you could still have compassion and treat that guy with decency and respect, then that's a talent that not very many people have. And I excelled at that. And why I'm telling you guys this is what we need to have in our community for each other. I really strive and try to do this. And it's so frustrating when, basically, as time goes on, more and more people don't want to have anything to do with me and the people I associate with. It's very common now that I've got people telling me, well, no wonder people block you. What do you mean no wonder people block me? Like, am I in some kind of weird, bizarro world? Am I not reading the same thing that you're reading? Do we have different interpretations of the same words? I don't know. I also don't want to become that person that, it's everybody's fault. Because it's not. I accept responsibility for being blocked by Halo, I accept that that was the possibility that I had, and it was basically over a Black History Month tweet, 2 tweets actually. They showed the picture of their employees, and once again, if you want, you can look this up. It'll probably be the last interaction that I had with that account. Maybe not the last one. Anyway, where I questioned, I don't know if some of y'all remember that tweet, but basically all I asked was, who are these people? Do they have Twitter handles? Can we know what they do? Can we get to know them a little more? Excuse me. Blah, blah, blah. And, I was met with silence. And then pretty soon after that tweet, I decided to double down basically, and I sent a link of a Joe Rogan interview with, and the gentleman's name is escaping me right now. I can visualize it, David something, dang it, where he is saying how, and he's a black man, he is saying that Black History Month is not needed anymore. It's past its usefulness. Yeah, I posted that link. When I posted that link, I said something like, oh, by the way, how about this? Or maybe you should look at this or whatever. And part of me kind of knew this might get me blocked, right? But I also felt very strongly that I shouldn't be blocked for merely posting an opinion on a subject that they're also posting about. One of the things that Grim Brother talked about a little while back when I was trying to get Hell Jumper a video of his at least viewed by Snickerdoodle. She has him blocked, and she never gave it any, she blocks a lot of people. I'm sure if we went on Twitter and did a poll, hey, does Snickerdoodle, retweet this if she has you blocked. She blocks anybody, right? And that's a whole other video that I could probably go into in terms of the employees, the 343 employees, and how they handle their Twitter accounts. But anyway, so Grimm Brothers specifically said at one point in discussion about something like that, Halo account is not merely just an account to talk about video games. So I figured, oh, okay, you guys don't want to talk about just video games. Well, here's my take on Black History Month. Bam. Well, immediately blocked. Okay, so what's happening in this community, and I think it's a real detriment, and it's also kind of like a microcosm of what's happening in our society right now, is if we don't like your opinion about something, you're blocked. You're blocked. That's it. And I think that's a terrible way to conduct your business, to conduct your personal life, to conduct your social media, all kinds of ways. Terrible. What are you going to do when you get out there in real life and you're confronted by real people who standing right in front of you and they have an opinion that you don't like? Are you just going to not even try and understand their point of view because you don't like their opinion? I don't know. I'm going on and on and on, and it's probably going nowhere, and it's going to fall on deaf ears, and I'm not even sure if I'm going to... This is probably my first take of all of this rant anyway. But I feel strongly about this, and I'm still saying I'm a lot. Gosh darn it. So, I'm doing the audio first. I'm going to try and see if this audio is well enough. I know it's not, because basically I'm doing this on my phone, and when I first did a couple of takes, I could hear our swamp cooler in the background, so there's nothing I can do about that. It's freaking hot. I'm not gonna, and I just want to do this. I just want to bust this out real quick, because I'm tired of just thinking about talking about these things. I'm tired of just thinking about making a video about it. I don't even know how long this is. Holy cow. I just talked about this for 45 minutes. There's something wrong with me. Okay, I think that maybe I should just be done there. This is my first video. I'm all over the place. I apologize for that. Maybe I should take my own advice and write a script. But, man, this stuff that went on today, it just really got to me. I guess it was like I don't even know. I can't think of the word. Crescendo. Is that a good word to use? I don't know. All right. That's it. That's all I can think of. Bye. Okay. You've made it. You've made it to the end. For those of you that did, I want to say thank you. Taking the time out of your day to listen to this. A couple of times now I've thought about not even completely scratching this first audio take that I had that's a little over 40 minutes long. The whole video is going to be probably more than an hour. I can't imagine how many people are actually even going to go through and listen to the whole thing. But either way, as I said kind of in the beginning, this is just something I felt like I just wanted to do. I've been thinking about it for a long time, and here it is. I didn't write a script. I just got on here and started making it. So I'm not sure what the future will be, if I'll even make any more, but I just wanted to thank you guys for those of you who hung in there. I also want to thank a couple of people who have encouraged me to stay in the community, that I have something to offer, and that also even to just make videos. So first off, there's High Tech Redneck. She helped to me find a program. I've talked to her a few times. In case you follow my Twitter, she does montage, game clips, compilations of her gameplay. She does it once a week, and she's been doing it for a long time. She's very consistent. She's a good player. She's way better than me, and I respect her. I appreciate how she's doing it just because she loves it, and I respect that in a lot of ways more than what a lot of people do with their content creation. So I just wanted to highlight her. I absolutely, definitely want to thank and highlight Helljumper. I love you, little brother. I appreciate you. You and I are coming up on, I think it's about a couple years now that we've known each other. And, we may not talk all the time. It's been a while since we watched a movie together. But I just wanted to really put it out there for whoever is listening to this and I've gotten to the end. You're a lot of the reason as to why I even stayed in the community. And definitely, absolutely, 100% a lot of the reason why I even made this video. And so I'm basically saying that I'm dedicating this video to you because it's a lot of what this is about. Also, bring Halo back, not bring back Halo. I just want to thank you, sir, as well. You have encouraged me very recently, to make videos and that I might have something to contribute. And I really wanted to make sure that I thanked you for that publicly. And finally, I also want to thank Genesis Ryder. I've known him for a very long time. We don't really know each other on a huge personal level. However, I would call him a friend. I respect the guy tremendously. He's all business. He is a great leader for when you're trying to get better. For when you're in big team battles, he will be the guy to know what's going on, know the maps, know how to where to use you. I mean, he's amazing, and he really has helped me over the years to learn to get better as much as I ever can. And I think he's definitely one of the great parts of our community. He's all business, like I said, and he doesn't get involved in the drama, and I really respect that. He's encouraged me not to, and I understand. I guess it's just not in me, Jen. So, I wish it could be, but it's not. So, also wanted to thank him. I think I said finally, but I just realized I want to make sure that I thank someone else. Gamer J. Lee. Thank you, sir, you're also another guy I would call a friend and who has also encouraged me to stay in the community. And I've popped into your streams a number of times, and it's so refreshing. Almost every time I've ever watched you, you just got me rolling. You're having such a great time. I love your laugh, bro. Your videos are great. I think you're also one of the bright lights in our community. If you don't follow all of them or any of these people, you really should check out their channels. I'm just giggling because I'm getting ready to say something that a lot of people say. I'm going to leave their links in the bio. Okay. And yeah, my epilogue is also long. Way too long. Thank you guys for hanging in there. So sorry, guys. I know you thought you were done. One last thing. Empress Cortana. Hey, lady. Getting those rings back.